All right, so you're thinking about starting an online business.
Yeah,
You're ready to dive into e-commerce, digital marketing, maybe even try your hand at cryptocurrency.
right.
But before you even think about building a landing page or designing a logo,
Yeah.
our sources say there's a super important first step that often gets totally skipped over.
It's like, well, it's like setting sail without a compass. You're probably super stoked to get out there on the open water, but without a sense of where you're going, you're going to end up lost.
Okay, I'm liking this analogy. Give it to me straight. What exactly is this compass we should be looking for?
It's all about your why,
Why?
not just the what. Like, I want to start an online business,
Right, right.
but that deeper reason, that burning motivation.
So let's break down this whole why thing.
Sure.
We've all heard the motivational talks and stuff, but how does that actually translate to building a real business?
Okay, so think about it this way.
Okay.
The online world is constantly changing,
Yeah.
right? It's easy to get sidetracked by what's trendy, what the competition is up to. Without a really strong why, you end up chasing whatever shiny object comes along, and that might not work out.
It's like you need that internal compass to keep you on course for when the going gets
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Because, and let's be real, building any business is tough, but online, it's like next level.
Totally. It's like your anchor,
Right, right. Oh.
Keeps you going when things get hard, when you have those moments of doubt or you just want to check your computer out the window.
It's the thing that keeps you going after that initial buzz wears off, and you're like knee-deep in website data and trying to figure out how email marketing funnels work.
Totally. And get this. There's a study, right? It found that entrepreneurs who could actually say what their why was were way more likely to push through problems, change things up when they needed to, and ultimately feel more successful and just, more fulfilled in their business.
That's huge. So how do we figure out what our why is?
Okay, good question.
Is it just something you're born with, or can you develop it over time?
It's a little of both, actually. Sometimes your why is already a part of you, like in your values or from things you've gone through. Maybe there's a cause you're passionate about, or you just, really want to escape that 9 to 5 life.
Yeah, that's definitely a big one for a lot of people wanting to start their own businesses, being their own boss, setting their own hours, working from anywhere.
For sure. Those are all powerful motivators, but your why doesn't always have to be about getting away from something.
All
It
right.
can also be about creating something, leaving your mark, or even just making a positive difference.
And we've come across some inspiring stories about entrepreneurs who've built their businesses around their passions.
Yeah, absolutely.
One that really stood out to me was this woman who turned her love for sustainability into a whole online store.
Right.
She sells these eco-friendly products for your home, and it's doing so well.
That's amazing. It shows that when your business lines up with what you believe in, it can be, profitable and fulfilling. Plus, it proves there are specific groups of customers out there who aren't getting what they need from those big corporations.
Okay, so we get that why matters, but how do we take that big idea and make it something concrete for our business?
Right.
How do we turn that motivation into actual steps we can take?
That's where the SMART goal framework comes in.
Okay.
Because it's not enough to have this vague idea. You need to be specific. You need to be able to measure your progress. Those goals need to be achievable. They need to be relevant. And they need to have a deadline.
Okay, break that down for me. How do those SMART goals connect our why to building a business?
So it's like, imagine you're building a house.
Yep.
Your why, that's the foundation, right? And those SMART goals, they're the blueprint. They give you the structure and the direction so you can actually turn that vision into something real.
So instead of just saying, I want to start an online business, a SMART goal would be something like, I want to open up a shop online to sell, let's say, sustainable clothing by specific date, and I want to make specific revenue goal in that first year.
Exactly. You've got it. Specific, measurable, doable, relevant to your why, and it has a deadline. But here's something really cool. We came across this one source, a really experienced entrepreneur, also a venture capitalist.
Okay.
He had this unique take on setting SMART goals, and I found it so insightful.
I'm all ears. Lay it on me. What's the secret to these goals that actually stick?
So he thinks that most people, when they're setting these SMART goals, they get too caught up on the achievable part,
Interesting.
and they forget about the relevant part.
So they might set goals that are like technically possible to reach, but those goals might not match their real passions or where they see themselves in the long run.
Exactly. He suggests flipping the script. Focus on goals that excite you. even if they seem a little scary at first, even if you don't know how to reach them yet.
So it's about setting the bar high and then figuring out how to get there later.
Yeah, exactly. He argues that when you're truly passionate about those goals, you're way more likely to find ways to overcome obstacles, to achieve things that other people might think are impossible.
It's like having that unshakable faith in your vision, even when things are uncertain.
Exactly. And you know what? That ties into something else that kept coming up.
What's that?
Niching down. Our sources, they really emphasize that.
Ah, yes. Niching down, that age-old advice. But online, it's like a jungle out there. How do you even start to carve out your own space?
You have to understand you can't appeal to everyone,
Right.
trying to be everything to everybody.
Yeah.
Recipe for disaster.
It's like that saying, chase two rabbits, catch none.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
when you narrow it down, focus on a specific niche, that's how you become the go-to expert for a certain group of people with specific needs.
Makes sense. And then it's easier to tailor your message, your products, even your marketing, so that it really resonates with that audience.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Would you rather be a small fish in a huge pond or a big fish in a small pond?
I'd pick the big fish every time.
Exactly. And that's what niching down lets you do.
Yeah.
But here's the catch, and this is where so many people get tripped up.
Okay.
Your niche, it can't just be about what's popular in the market.
It's got to be more than that.
It has to align with you, with your passions, your interests.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where your passions and like market opportunities overlap.
Absolutely. When you're passionate about your niche, it shows. Your enthusiasm, it becomes contagious. People are drawn to that.
It's about finding that perfect intersection. But how do we actually do that?
Our sources suggest something really simple but powerful. Just brainstorm. Make a list of things you love, your hobbies, your skills, even past experiences you enjoyed.
Right.
And then think about those things from a market perspective.
Okay.
Are there people out there looking for solutions, products, information related to what you're passionate about?
So for instance, if someone loves to travel and they're really into photography, maybe they could do travel photography workshops or even online courses.
Exactly. Or maybe you're super into fitness, but you also love to cook. You could create a niche around like healthy meal prep for busy professionals. The possibilities are truly endless.
Now you've got me thinking. But let's be real for a second. We can talk about passion and purpose all day long, but businesses need to make money to survive.
Right, of course.
How do you actually make money online?
That is the million-dollar question. But the good news is there are so many ways to monetize online, and they each have their own pros and cons.
One that seems to be everywhere these days is digital products.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Super popular for good reason, too.
Okay.
Digital products are a great way to create that, what do they call it, passive income.
Yeah, passive income, right? The holy grail of like the whole online business dream. But break that down for me. I mean, this sounds a little too good to be true. You're telling me I can make money while I sleep?
Yeah, basically, it's about making something valuable once and then selling it again and again without having to, like, trade your time for every single sale.
So it's more about creating something up front rather than
Yeah.
trading hours for dollars.
Exactly. And digital products. Super versatile. You can do online courses, ebooks, templates, software, even stock photos, music, you name it. If you can deliver it online, you can sell it.
Wow. That opens up so many doors for people no matter what their background is.
Totally. And get this. The market for digital products, it's huge. And it's only getting bigger.
Really?
Like by 2027, it's projected to be worth over $800 billion.
That's insane. Okay, so it seems like now's the time to jump on this digital product train, but there's so many options.
Yeah.
How do you even choose what to focus on?
That's where knowing your audience comes in. Big time. Our sources recommend like really digging deep, doing your research to figure out what are the problems your audience has, what do they want, what's missing for them.
So not just creating something you're into, but making sure there are actually people out there who want it.
Right. But hey, let's not forget about affiliate marketing. That's another big one.
Affiliate marketing, right?
Yeah.
You become like an online matchmaker,
Yeah.
connecting people with stuff they'll love and getting a little commission for it. How does that work exactly?
It's pretty straightforward. You team up with businesses and promote their products to your audience, usually through like special links. Someone clicks your link, makes a purchase, you get a cut. Everyone wins.
Sounds like a great way to make money from your platform, especially if you've already got a loyal following.
You got it. And the best part, It's pretty easy to get started. You don't have to create your own products or deal with customer service, which can be a huge relief for someone just starting out.
Right.
It's like being a brand ambassador for things you actually believe in.
But there are so many businesses with these affiliate programs.
Right.
How do you decide who to work with?
That's where you got to be true to yourself and your audience. Choose brands that match your values, what your niche is all about, and most importantly, what your audience actually needs and wants. Authenticity, that's key.
So no promoting, like, I don't know, weight loss teas if your whole thing is about sustainable living. Got to keep it real, right?
Exactly. People can spot a fake a mile away. But listen, whether you're into digital products, affiliate marketing, or a mix of both, there's more to it than just figuring out how to make money.
Right.
You got to build a strong online presence.
That's like that saying, build it and they will come. Doesn't really work that way online.
Yep, not at all. You could have the most amazing product in the world, but if nobody knows about it, you're not selling anything.
You're telling me. So where do you even start? There are so many platforms and strategies, and it can feel a bit overwhelming.
For sure. But our sources say stick to the basics. First things first, you need a website.
Like your online storefront.
Right.
It's the first impression, so it's got to look good, be easy to use, and match your brand.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it's not just about looking pretty.
Right.
Your website needs to be what they call optimized for search engines.
SEO, right? Search engine optimization.
Oh.
Sounds kind of scary and technical.
It can be, but basically it's all about making sure people can actually find your website when they're searching for stuff online.
So when someone searches for, say, sustainable activewear on Google,
Right.
your website will show up on that first page of results, ideally.
Exactly. And there's a bunch of things that go into that. Using the right keywords on your website, getting links from other good websites, that kind of thing.
Like creating a map so Google knows what your site is about.
Exactly. But it's not all about the website. Social media, that's huge these days.
Yeah, social media, it's a whole other world.
Totally. But if you use it right, it can be super powerful for connecting with your audience, getting your name out there, and driving traffic back to your site.
So how do you navigate that? Do you have to be on every single platform?
Not really. The key is being smart about it.
Oh.
Figure out where your people are hanging out online. Focus your energy there.
So if we're talking about that sustainable activewear, you'd be better off on like Instagram or Pinterest, where it's all about visuals, than, say, LinkedIn.
Exactly. And it's not just about posting pretty pictures or links to your products. You got to create content that your audience actually finds valuable, content that resonates.
It's about building a community, right? Becoming a trusted voice in your little corner of the internet.
Exactly. And that takes time, consistency, and being okay with trying things out and, sometimes making changes along the way.
And maybe a bit of patience and a sense of humor wouldn't hurt.
Definitely. But with all the changes happening online all the time, the most important thing is to just be yourself.
Keep it real.
Yeah, share your story. Let your passion shine through.
Because at the end of the day, people connect with people, right?
Right.
Not some perfectly polished online persona.
Exactly. It's about making real connections, building trust. That's what makes a difference.
This has been a great deep dive, so much good information. Any last words of wisdom for our listeners who are ready to take the leap and start their own online businesses?
Just don't be afraid to take that first step.
Yeah.
The online world can seem intimidating, but it's also full of possibilities for anyone willing to put in the work and learn as they go.
Be open to the unknown, celebrate the good stuff, learn from the not so good stuff, and never forget your why.
Exactly. Go out there, create something amazing, and remember, we're rooting for you.